Beyond the Surface, Exploring Key Verb Structures in African American English. What is African American English? AAE is a complete, systematic, and rule-governed linguistic system, not slang or incorrect English. We will be examining 4 specific verb/aspectual structures that highlight the unique grammatical rules of AAE, differentiating it from standardized English or SAE. The importance of these features are often misunderstood. Understanding them reveals AAE's complexity. Aspectual B, signaling habitual action. Aspectual B is a verbal or aspectual marker different from the auxiliary or copula B, which is found on Green's 51. Its function is that it indicates habitual meaning or that an event occurs over and over, which can also be found on Green's 51. Its contrast in SAE, it would be in SAE, B would usually signal ongoing progressive action, such as she is running, and in AAE it signals repetition/regularity. My example for the aspectual B is found in Lil Uzi Vert's song Bigger Than Life. In the line he says, "And you know at late night she be staying out," meaning this means she regularly stays out late every night, emphasizing the repeated action, and here is where he says it. Alright. That was really fast, but the line is right here on the page. My next one is the remote past been, stretching the timeline. The definition of been, situation, activity, or state in the remote past, often continuing up to the point of utterance. Been's contrast in SAE is that in SAE, been is often used for events that happened relatively recently. In AAE, been stretches this timeline much farther back, emphasizing a long duration. And my example for a remote past been can be found in a song by NBA Youngboy entitled Where I Been. The line says, "I've been holding on for the longest, I ain't have no seatbelt on the ride." And the meaning of this is that the speaker has been holding on for an extended amount of time, stressing the length of the past experience. And here is the line in the song played. Alright. And my next one I'll be focusing on is copula deletion. The definition of copula deletion is that it is the omission of a form of the verb be, the copula, such as is or are. Linguistic context is the copula and the locative and adjectival constructions in A are similar to those in Jamaican Creole, which was also found in Green. And there are some misconceptions about copula deletion. While sometimes perceived as incomplete, research shows it follows precise grammatical constraints similar to construction in SAE, such as I'm or it's. And my example for copula deletion can be found in Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice, and here is the line. The line is, "So we gonna smoke an ounce to this," implied we're gonna, or we're going to. And then here is the line in the song. Alright, and let's go to the next one. The next one I'll be focusing on is perfective done. The definition of perfective done is that it precedes an event to verb and expresses that the action or state being described by the clause has come to an end, which was found in Yale and Green. And the contrast in SAE is the structure acts like the perfect aspect in SAE, have lost or have changed. And my example for perfective done can be found in Boosie's song That's What They Like. The line is, "I've done made that girl march," and the SAE equivalent of this is "I have made the girl march," and it clearly marks the action of making the girl march as complete. Oopsies, that was an accident. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but here is the exact line in the song. Alright, and here's my conclusion, recognizing AAE's distinct system. So to summarize, we've seen how aspectual be, remote past been, copula deletion, and perfective done have all served distinct rule-governed grammatical functions. And a final point I'd like to make is that AAE is a sophisticated linguistic system that operates with a logic and consistency independent of standardized English rules. Recognizing these features is key to linguistic respect and understanding. If you guys have any questions, there's comments down below. Also, I'd like to note that going into this assignment, there were a lot of verb structures that I've noticed I've used in the past and currently just because Missouri's ties and cultural southernness, although mid-Missouri isn't culturally southern, or also it could be seen as culturally north or culturally southern. So I feel like living in a like in between has influenced me to speak in a northern dialect as well as a southern dialect. So yeah, if you guys have any comments, let me know. Also, I'd like to note, here is my works cited.